Today, buckle up because we're talking about a legend reborn. That's right, the Viper is back. The 2026 Dodge Viper is making waves in the auto world, and it's not just because of the name it carries. This is a machine that's rewriting the rules on American muscle. And today, we're diving deep into everything that makes the 2026 Viper one of the most talked about performance cars of the decade. When Dodge discontinued the Viper back in 2017, enthusiasts were left with a gaping hole in the American sports car segment. That raw, naturally aspirated V10, the visceral driving experience, and that unmistakable long-nose, short-tail design were iconic. But now, almost a decade later, Dodge has decided to bring back the beast, and the 2026 version is everything we hoped for and more. With its aggressive stance, thunderous powertrain, and track-ready engineering, the Viper is reclaiming its throne. Let's start with what's under the hood, because let's be honest, that's what matters most in a car like this. The 2026 Viper ditches the old 8.4-liter V10 in favor of a more modern, higher-revving 8.0-liter V10. Naturally aspirated, of course, because purists wouldn't have it any other way. This engine pushes out a jaw-dropping 765 horsepower and 675 pounds-ft of torque. Yes, you heard that right. Dodge has somehow managed to extract even more power while shaving off weight, improving reliability, and enhancing the driving dynamics. There's no supercharger, no turbo lag, just pure, unfiltered power delivered instantly with every tap of the throttle. And it doesn't stop there. The engine is paired with a 6-speed Tremec manual gearbox. No paddle shifters, no dual transmission, just old-school mechanical engagement that puts you in full control. Dodge knew exactly who they were building this car for: the enthusiasts, the purists, the people who love to feel every gear shift and every surge of torque. This is a car that wants you to drive it, not just ride in it. Performance figures, they're downright insane. 0 to 60 comes in just 3.1 seconds. The top speed, a blistering 210 miles per hour. But the Viper isn't just about straight-line speed. Thanks to a completely re-engineered chassis and a double wishbone suspension setup, this beast can handle corners with incredible precision. It sticks to the asphalt like it's glued there. Helped by massive Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires and an advanced aerodynamic package that generates real down. We're talking about over 1,200 pounds of downforce at speed in the ACR version. More than enough to make this street-legal monster feel like a track-only race car. The chassis itself is now constructed from lightweight carbon fiber and aluminum, dropping the curb weight down to 3,200 pounds. That's nearly 300 pounds lighter than the last generation. The weight savings are immediately noticeable when you get behind the wheel. The car feels more nimble, more agile, more alive. Dodge has worked tirelessly to balance the front mid-engine layout, and the weight distribution now sits at a near 50-50th split. And just when you think Dodge might have gone soft on the Viper's looks, think again. The 2026 Viper is arguably the most aggressive-looking model to date. It retains the signature long hood and wide fenders, but everything's been sharpened, sculpted, and optimized. The front fascia is meaner than ever, with gaping air intakes and LED lighting that looks like it belongs on a fighter jet. The hood features fully functional vents and scoops that help with cooling and downforce. Along the sides, you've got muscular haunches and massive side exit exhausts that scream performance, and at the back, a huge carbon fiber wing, a racing-inspired diffuser, and center-mounted dual exhausts that bellow with every blip of the throttle. The Viper is available in multiple trims, just like before. You've got the base GT, the track-focused GTs, and the all-out ACR American Club Racer, which is essentially a street-legal race car. The ACR gets you a more aggressive aero kit, stiffer suspension, carbon ceramic brakes, and even more weight reduction. Dodge is also offering a customization program with hundreds of color options, stripes, wheels, and interior packages, so no two Vipers have to be the same. Step inside the 2026 Viper, and you'll see just how far Dodge has come in, blending raw performance with modern luxury. The interior is still driver-focused, but it's no longer the Spartan cockpit of the past. You've got premium Alcantara and leather surfaces, exposed carbon fiber, a 12.3-inch fully digital instrument cluster, and an 8.4-inch Uconnect touchscreen. With all the tech you'd expect: Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, navigation, and a premium Harman Kardon audio system. But don't worry, all of that tech doesn't take away from the rawness. The seating position is low and tight, the steering wheel is thick and grippy, and the shifter throws are short and mechanical. You feel connected to the car in a way that modern performance cars often forget. Safety and tech features have also seen an upgrade. You get adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning, blind spot monitoring, and even launch control with selectable drive modes. But Dodge was smart. None of it is invasive. All the assists can be dialed back or turned off completely, giving you full control when you want it most. Dodge also made sure to focus on the Viper's cooling system. One of the criticisms of the old models was that they could overheat during long track sessions. Not anymore. The 2026 model features a triple radiator cooling setup, heat extractors, upgraded oil coolers, and an active rear diffuser that opens to increase airflow at high temperatures. This car is built for track days, canyon runs, and everything in between. Let's talk about price. The base 2026 Dodge Viper starts at around $120,000. Not cheap, but considering what you're getting, it's a performance bargain. The GTS version comes in at about $140,000, and the top-of-the-line ACR will run you close to $170,000. Still, when you compare it to competitors like the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, Chevrolet Corvette ZR1, or even the Ferrari 296 GTB, the Viper offers unmatched value for its raw power, exclusivity, and heritage. And speaking of heritage, Dodge hasn't forgotten where the Viper came from. The 2026 model is full of nods to the original, the clamshell hood, the roofline, the snake badge emblems. Even the exhaust note is tuned to resemble the deep, guttural growl that made the early Vipers so iconic. But this time, it's cleaner, louder, and more refined. Dodge has managed to blend nostalgia with modern performance in a way that few automakers can. What's even more exciting is that Dodge plans to take the Viper racing again. A new GT4 spec version is already being tested. With plans for entries in IMSA and other endurance racing events, there's even talk of a Viper EV concept for the future. Though, Dodge assures us that the V10 will remain as long as regulations allow. In a world moving fast toward electrification, the 2026 Viper stands out as a last hurrah for old-school performance. It's loud, it's raw, and it's unapologetically American. So who is the 2026 Dodge Viper really for? It's for the enthusiast who wants more than numbers. It's for the driver who wants to feel the road, to master the art of shifting, to wrestle with a car that demands skill and rewards courage. It's for the person who wants a machine with character, attitude, and presence. This isn't just a car, it's a statement